Hello, my name is T and I'm going to be taking you through the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to the Ableton User Interface. And I'm calling it the Ultimate Beginner's Guide because I'm the ultimate Ableton beginner, having only picked up the program yesterday. Alright, so we're going to head over to Ableton now. And right here, this is your main session view, where it contains all your tracks, clips, etc. You also have over here, this is your arrangement view. We'll talk about this one later. To switch between the two, it's just simply tab. Okay, so in your session view, you have a few different things. These over here are your tracks. They contain audio and MIDI information. Over here are your returns and a master. So your returns are where you have your, reverbs, delays, etc. But over here is like one of the main areas that you want to focus on. Each track is made out of clips. Clips contain the specifics of each sort of, MIDI note or audio section. As you go down, you have I/O down here. Below that you have your send levels, so this is what you're sending to your reverbs or delays, like that. Below that you have panning, which is this guy here. Fader, which controls your channels, your selected track's output. These here are your mute, so track enable, solo, so you only hear that one, and record enable down here. And they're pretty much the basics of your track view. Down here, you have, this is your clip view section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my glockenspiel clip over here, and that's going to take me to this sort of MIDI note selection. So it comes up with a little keypad. You click these, it's set notes, just as you would expect a sort of keyboard to go. Yeah, it's just got a little bit of information about that. And this is where you can edit and track your sort of MIDI and audio if you're using it as an audio track, which I'm not at the moment. So you can edit, move notes around in here. There's another little section of this window down here, which you can reach by going Shift-Tab. And this is your channel strip. So this contains all your plugins. And it's done in a sort of left to right fashion, so what's left will happen first, etc, etc. So the first thing I have in my little channel strip here is my glockenspiel, which is my instrument. And here you can edit the sound however you would like. Then following that I have a phaser, so just to demonstrate the fact that you can put effects following after that. I've been playing around with it, so it's kind of fun and sort of creepy and a bit reggae, not intentional. Helpful thing about Ableton while I'm on it, see this little icon here coming up on my cursor? Whenever this appears, this allows you to stretch and resize that area of the screen. So just by clicking and dragging whenever that icon appears, doesn't work on the screen, but more on your MIDI notes, it allows you to, enlarge that section so you can see more and work with more. Really helpful, like when you're trying to do more detailed and intricate sort of stuff. Over here, there's a little toggle arrow. So there's little arrows in sort of each section of the screen which allow you to toggle information, which is really helpful to make things more complicated or simplified when you need it. But this one down here opens info view. So this is a helpful little thing that Ableton has, that whenever you have this open and hover over any sort of parameter or thing in Ableton, it will give you a bit of information about that and what it does. So great for learning. You just sort of like hover over things and read away. I'm just going to get rid of that now. Over here, this is your sounds library plus audio effects, etc. So in sounds, you have a list of all sorts of different, sounds. You can toggle up and down through them using your up and down arrows, and to play a sound, to hear a sample of it, you click your right keyboard arrow, which is really good and really useful. They're all categorized into certain things, so these are specific sounds. You have ones for drums, and you have certain ones for specific instruments, like operator, simpler, etc. If you keep you've got, this is also where your audio effects and MIDI effects are held. If you go down, you'll find places. This is a sort of way of like finding where things are saved in Ableton. It also gives you these great little directories outside of Ableton to like folders on your computer which you can add. Right here I've created a link to my samples folder. This is where I've put some of the samples I've recorded over the last few months, so I can just link and pull them into Ableton whenever I want as samples. So here's some bells I recorded. They do need to be raised in volume a little bit. But that's that section there. Also, to play clips, you have to play your clips. You pretty much press the play button up here, and to stop them, you can press the little stop. That is also included in the clips channel. You have to do that for each, or you can trigger samples, like the row of samples from the side over here in your master fader, and that will play everything in that layer. And you can stop that by pressing this little guy down here. Awesome. Pretty much sure that's everything that I have to show you regarding that.